Hello, 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 lads, ladettes, and lassies. Welcome to a new series. Not welcome back. No, this series is coming after Darling in the Franxx. This is the show that I've said like in, shoot, what was it that I was watching? Gurren Lagann? Yeah, I said in Gurren Lagann, I kind of had like a list of shows I wanted to go through, which was Gurren Lagann, Darling, Akame, Fate, but for Fate, I don't think I'm going to be doing Fate after this series because Micaiah has expressed interest in watching that and duo reactions, so that'd be nice. So I don't know what I'll be doing after Akame could kill now, but this is so that like I've heard good things about it. My cousin actually, he was saying he just loves the show and he was saying I should watch it, like it's so much, and I was like, I'm already planning on watching it, so this is perfect. We get to talk about it now. But yeah, Darling in the Franxx ended a couple weeks ago, and now we're here trying to fill in that void. Do I know what this series is about? Nope, I going in completely blind. At least with Kill la Kill, I knew that it was about fan service, and well, at least I knew about that. But with this, I don't know if it takes place in a fantasy world. I don't think it's an isekai, but I don't know if it takes place in modern day, if it takes place in the past. I really don't know, so I'm just going to get right into this. I can't really do a preamble, so if you lads want to see this, any new lads out there that are like, ooh, Akame ga Kill? Let me check that out. Well, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Josh, and well, in case you're new to reactions on YouTube, or just in general on this channel, because of copyright, it's really hard to keep the videos up due to copyright, because they don't only, anime doesn't only claim the videos, which that's fine. You know, that only takes a couple days to get cleared. No, they strike the videos. 3 strikes, your channel gets deleted, and that already happened. That was not a pleasant time. Go down to the links below. There's going to be a couple links down there. Choose the one that works best for you. Come back for the reaction. And yeah, let's see what Akame ga Kill is all about. The outro is pretty sweet. The outro and intro, not super special, but they're nice. They're nice. Okay, so definitely takes place in a fantasy world. Did not expect the first scene to be with an earth dragon, so you know, you say dragon and my interest is already, you've already taken my interest. And our main character Tatsumi, when Leone said, oh, he seems to have some luck on his side. Does he really though? He ran into you, you stole all of his money, and because of that, he ran into Lady Arya, and well, if you guys hadn't shown up, I guess that is lucky of him, because he would have joined his friends in terrible deaths. I don't really think you can consider this lucky, but maybe he would have run into Lady Arya. Maybe he would have run into her either way. And because of that, then Leone would never have like owed him a favor. She would have never saved him from Akame, and then he would have died defending a terrible person. I was thinking about it while I was watching, and I think Arya's voice actress is shoot, I always forget her name. The blonde manager from Haikyuu. Dang it, no! Yachi, I think that's her name. I'm fairly certain it's the same voice actress. I recognize those squeaks. It's very similar, if they're not the same. They're very similar. But, this was an interesting... Okay, so... in other fantasy anime, like Re:Zero, you kind of have, like... Subaru was taken to the mansion, but the mansion wasn't going to kill him. There's room for interpretation with that, but he did act a little sus. You know, he acted a bit sus, so it's a little bit of his fault. But in this case, well, Tatsumi's good fortune, they kind of flip that on its head and say like, oh, isn't it so lucky that I meet a cute girl, she's loaded, her parents are understanding, and I live in a mansion now, you know, I live the high life. They flip that on its head, and they go, nope, you're gonna join these Robin Hoods, but they're all killers. Terrible murderers. But at least they only kill terrible people. Man, the mom's death was brutal. Just walking by, reading her poisonous diary, just gets slashed in half. And she sees her bottom half as she just... Whew. Well, this show definitely does not hold back. And I really do enjoy that. I really like that they're not afraid to go all out with the kind of the action, the gore elements. The character designs are pretty interesting. I really like the big guy, the one with the spear. I don't know if I'm gonna like his character, but I really like his design. Specifically the spear, just the armor in general. That is some really cool looking armor. Leona, I need to hear it a few more times. I think they only said it at the end of the episode. Leona, she's like a fox girl. Was I really not paying that much attention in her opening scene? Did she always have fox hands? I feel like she can turn, or I think she can look like human. I think she had normal hands in the beginning of the episode, but she can get fox hands. She's super strong. She just snapped the father's neck like it was nothing. Akame, I'm gonna write her name down because I did not do that. The series is named after her. She seems interesting. They do like anime does like this comedic thing for comedic timing purposes, where they'll make a character just go bland. Like they just simply draw their face, like simple face and then like oval eyes, and that's for comedy usually. In this, they use it like you can't just go around killing interesting people. You can't go around killing innocent people. And then she didn't even say that she wasn't. Lady Arya. She didn't even say that Lady Arya wasn't innocent. She just said, in the bland comedic anime style, yes I can. Which, I guess that she would be fine killing innocent people, according to that statement. Maybe you said you just can't go around killing her. But, so Akame is a seasoned killer, just by that alone. The group they're in is the Night Raid, aka Assassins. I didn't know they were going to be assassins either. One of them has a sniper, which I am very surprised to find out that this is a fantasy world that also has a little bit of a steampunk vibe to it because of like snipers. The guard had an automatic machine gun, kind of, or semi-automatic rifle, and of course, you know, semi-automatic rifle. No, that's nothing compared to a girl with a sword. Like, anyone with a sword, guns versus a sword. Get the guns out of here. But yeah, we have like what 5 other members of the Night Raid that we need to meet, or not meet, but like get to know. I wonder if we're gonna get episodes based on them solely. Like, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get most episodes based off of Akame, but I wonder if we're gonna get like spin-off episodes based on like, this is my tragic anime backstory. This is my tragic anime backstory, and like we're gonna connect with everyone. Tatsumi is going to be an interesting POV character. Of course, he's going to be the character that the audience insert like, what's going on? Huh? Wow, this is terrible. Oh my god, my friends, this is an awful place. So the kingdom, the capital, is being ruled by the minister because their king is too little. Like, he's a child. I wonder if the minister killed the other, like the original rulers. I wonder if there was like a coup, maybe. Well, not a coup, because then everyone knows like the minister has the power. But I wonder if the other rulers Like the previous king and queen, I wonder if they were killed because of the minister. Like he poisoned their drinks. And he's like, oh no! Well, the king is too small, so I'll just rule in his stead. Because they said the entire capital knows. But other than that, it doesn't seem like anyone else knows. And the capital is at war with 3 other nations. It's sandwiched in this triangle between all 3. And they're at war with them. If you become an adventurer for the capital, you can make a boat ton of money. The only problem is, capital is just out to kill you. So I wonder what the Night Raid do with the money that they get. Do they give it to the poor? Do they use it to fund themselves, like to get weapons, buy more beer? But they don't really. I don't know. Maybe that's just like that, like the 7 that we saw. I don't know if it was 7. Maybe it was like 8 people. Like maybe it was like the group of people that we saw. Maybe they have like more people. They have recruits and they're like those are the big ones, or maybe it's just them. Maybe they use the money to hire people, just pay each other. But I wonder. I thought like at first I kind of thought they were Robin Hoods and they're just called assassins, but no, they are merciless killers. Granted, these people did deserve terrible deaths. I mean, I am so glad that I said in the when we first met Arya, I was like, this is gonna be a scam. She's not what she says. And then I said, this is too good to be true. And it kind of got me. I was kind of going, okay, maybe when the assassins came and they started killing everyone, I was kind of like, maybe they are just innocent people and the assassins are just killing normal folks, or like not normal, like rich folks. Nope, they were awful people. And then the guards too, even though the guards did warn Tatsumi about the shadow ruler, or the puppet ruler. Or like their actual king is actually a puppet king, and they're being ruled by the minister. Even though the guards did warn him about that, they did not come anywhere close to warning him about, well, what happened to his friends. Man, terrible what's happened to Sayo and Iyatsu. I was wondering if we would come back to them. Like, I was wondering if they were going to be a thing, because I really liked how when he was talking about his friends, they're like, oh yeah, he would do this, or like, he's really dumb, so I doubt he even made it to the capital. And then like you just see in the background like his friend like going, hey, I'm too what? And then when he's saying like, well, I knew a girl and she didn't, like, she only wore what she had, and she was like, because it was too poor. I really liked the how he imagined his friends still with him in his head. And I wonder if we're going to keep that throughout the series, because I was kind of thinking maybe we'll meet up with his friends, because I knew like there was going to be a group of people with it. Obviously, like the cover, it shows a group of people, so I was wondering maybe his friends may help make up that. We meet Akame, and then like we slowly build up the crew. But he was integrated into the crew, and he lost his 2 friends from his village. So I wonder also if the village is going to come back in any meaningful way. Like if they split the money that they take from these rich people, or from the newcomers that they scam. I wonder if they split that between they split it like 7 or 8, however many ways. I wonder if he's going to take his share and start just saving up for his village. That would be really cool of him. That would be really awesome. But he does need to go to his village and tell them that Seo and Iyatsu are dead, because I'm sure that they had people that are just going, oh, they'll be back, 10 years, Iyatsu's going to be a name that everyone's going to know. It will not be. But maybe Tatsumi will make it big. Maybe he'll make it into the big leagues. Like he'll become very famous, and he makes sure that Iyatsu's a name that people know. Like I don't know. He uses like Iyatsu's special move, and that's like he has him live on through that. But I don't know. I'm really interested to see where this series is going to go. I'm already in. I love fantasy worlds. I don't know if there's a magic system in it. There seems to be a poison system. The cursed blade. I don't know if the blade's actually legitimately cursed, or maybe it's just got some poison inside of it. But I'm interested to see if there's a magic system, because I love myself a magic system. If there's not, that is completely fine. I already love the fantasy world. I am fantasy trash and isekai trash. If it's an isekai, if it's an isekai, I'm in. I'm already in. You have to do a lot to get me uninterested. You could be so trashy, I will still watch it because it just entertains me. And then fantasy, it's different. It's a little bit better. Actually, it depends on the story, but I really like the fantasy side of anime, purely because when in isekai you kind of get the POV character of like, oh, I died, now let's go through all of this. Like we need to see what the world is like. You know, like we need the character doesn't know what the world's like. In fantasy, you don't have like the I'm from Earth, awkward Earth things. Now I'm part of this world. Is he concerned, or are they concerned of ever going back home? In fantasy, it's this is my world. I know kind of what's going on. Let's explore through this world. So I just look at Goblin Slayer. I mean, terrible things happen in Goblin Slayer. I love it still. It's really well, like the way they handle it, really well done. It makes you extremely fearful of the goblins. So I feel like for some reason I feel like fantasy is rare within anime because it's all isekai. Like, okay, fantasy without the isekai tag I feel is very rare, but you don't see much of it. But I'm glad that Akame ga Kill we get to see this steampunk gunland with swords too world. I'm just very interested to see how it's going to develop and where we're going to go, because we don't really have a plot as of yet. Like, we have some character motivations, or we have a character motivation with Tatsumi of wanting to come back to his village rich and loaded so he can help everyone out in the village. He has a good heart. Oh, and speaking of Tatsumi and his good heart, some heroes or some protagonists within a series, they'll see what happens. They'll go, they'll see, like, you murdered my friends. Oh no! Like, but they go, no, we can't kill her. It's not right. Or they wouldn't be the ones to do it themselves. It's maybe in some cases they'd even redeem Arya, no matter how hard of a pill that might be to swallow. But I really love that Tatsumi's like, don't kill her, and Akame just goes, after all that, you still expect me to let her live? Just walks up to her, instant death. Not even a hint of remorse, like I just killed a person. No, he just needed to do it himself. Oh, cold, and I love it. Again, kind of separates him a little bit from your typical protagonist, where they might be a little hesitant to kill a person, no matter how innocent or not innocent they may be. But the fact that he just walks up, slices her in half, puts it away, walks back to get his friend. Made sure his friend saw that. Got vengeance for both of them. Yeah, lads and lasses, I think that's really it that I could get out of this episode. I'm curious as to where the plot's going to go. Maybe they're going to try and overrule the puppet, the puppet game. Like, not overrule. Like, maybe they'll try and expose the minister and get the ruler, get a worthy ruler of the capital. Maybe that's where it can go. Maybe that could be a half-season thing, and the other half is something else entirely. Who knows? This show's already proving itself to be brutal. So, I'm just all in. I'm all here for it. So, lads and lasses, if you enjoyed this, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, leave a comment down below. What did you like about this first episode? Remember, spoiler-free down there. And, well, if you want to see more of my reactions, I've gone through Gurren Lagann, Darling in the Franxx, Kill la Kill, Promised Neverland, first season. So, yeah, check out the playlist. Makai and I are going through My Hero Academia. See you next week for another Akame ga Kill.